Right, well, this is the toning section, and you will be pleased to know that it is actually all on the floor. But don't be fooled, because it is actually really, really strenuous. It works the upper part of the body absolutely beautifully, and it's brilliant for tone and definition.
Okay, if you just want to grab yourself a mat, don't worry if you haven't got a mat, towel would be fine, and let's take ourselves down onto the floor. So you're going to just bring yourself down onto all fours. You're going to take your hands, spread your fingers as if your fingers are actually in sand, and your third finger is just going to point forward away from the body. Okay, try and bring your arms just in line so that your wrist and your shoulder are together. And if you actually feel as though you're looking at your hands, bring yourself slightly further forward so that you can actually look beyond your fingers. Okay, now we're just going to check this stance as we've been doing throughout the video. Try and keep the back flat by just drawing the abdominals in so that we're not actually arching the back on the way down. Okay? So, after the count of 4, all we're going to do is a 2 count press up. We're going to go down and then back up. You ready, Zoe? Here we go, 2 count down. And up. Now, on the way up, try not to lock the elbow. Okay, try not to move the fingers. So if anything, you want to feel as though the fingers are super glued to the floor. Okay, now, eventually, the more used to this exercise you go, the further down you can go. But again, if it feels a little bit too much at the moment, okay, stay up a little bit higher. Okay, we want to try and aim your chest to the floor before the head. Okay, all the way down and all the way up. Last 4 to go. I know it feels a lot to think about, but again, abdominals are in, keeping your back nice and flat. Okay, we've only got 2 more to go. Again, thumb and index finger are down onto the floor, and last time. Good job. Just sit yourself back onto your heels, extend your arms, and just drop your forehead and give yourself a little break. Okay, let's lift ourselves up. We're going to just reposition exactly the same stance, so the fingers are forward. Bring yourself slightly forward. Now, just bring your knees in just a little further, and you're actually going to extend your right leg back behind you. Slightly flex the foot. Try not to lift your leg too high, but again now, we're going to use a little bit more abdominal strength as we go down into a press up. Okay, so think about that belly button in, the back's flat, and we're ready. Here we go, 2 counts, down. Now you may feel there's a tendency of that leg to lift. I want you to try and keep it as still as you can. If it feels a little bit too intense, again, you can always just drop that leg down and continue with your press up. Okay. How are we doing, Zoe?
Great, yeah.
Okay, let's just go for 4 more. Again, remember, eventually the chest is going to come down before the head. All right, last 2. 1 more. Now this time, hold yourself in place. With your left hand, just hover it above the mat. Try and find your balance, and then you're going to extend that left arm away from the body. Imagine you're actually being stretched rather than lifting the legs up too high. Okay, again, try and feel that abdominal pulling in and the back flattening. Let's just hold it here for the count of 4. And 3, 2. Now bring your hand in and just direct it out from your shoulder, and we're just challenging the body in a slightly different way. Again, if it feels a little bit too much, you can always place the hand down and just for now focus on the leg. Hold it here for the count of 4. And 3, 2. Well done. Take that hand down once more, just sit yourself back, just release the shoulders and drop. All right, lift ourselves up. Now, we have actually got 2 sides. I know that Zoe probably just like to do the one side right now, but we've got 2 sides. So let's now extend that left leg. Again, try not to lift the leg too high. I'm going to slightly flex the foot. Feel those abdominals pulling in to support you. Okay, so once you feel happy, you've checked your position, let's go down for 2 counts. Now again, you're going to feel that slight tendency of that leg to move, but try and keep it as still as you can. All right, keep your weight equally spread throughout the hand, so we're not taking it onto the outside of the hand. Breathe in. Good, last 4. Remember, if that feels a little too much, you can always take the leg down. Okay, last time. Now once more, just hover that right hand, so find your balance. Once you feel you have that balance, let's extend that arm out. So really feel as though you're being pulled from the body. Okay, flattening that back as if it's a plank of wood. There's no ripple, no bend, it's directly straight. Holding for 4, and 3, and 2. Bringing the hand in again, you're going to direct it from the shoulder, just trying to challenge that body. Those abdominals in, Zoe. I know they are. Holding for 4. And 3, 2. Okay, let's just drop down that hand once more. Just give yourself a little bit of a break. Ease yourself back. All right, next exercise. Zoe's ultimate favourite exercise. We're going to take the side of the arm and the side of the hand. So you're going to take your right arm down, then your left. You're going to interlink your fingers, cross your thumbs over. Try not to have the arms too wide. Bring the legs in and you're going to tuck your feet underneath you and then lift your bottom way in the air. Now, as you do that, if you feel your thighs feel a little bit tight, just bend your knees. Have a look at the position of your hands and you're going to push from your feet and go as far towards those hands as you can. Here we go. Push in all the way. Now, if you feel it's a little bit too much at this stage, you can go just to your forearm or you might be able to go to the wrist. Okay, but again, I know it feels quite tough, but you're going to get those results through the shoulders. Okay. I know it's quite an intense exercise. You're going to get those results. Here we go. Are you all right, Zoe?
No, I'm not.
All right, let's just do 4 more. Remember, if you want to, you can bend the knees. All right, and just take it easy. All right, last 2. One more. Last time. Good stuff. Seat yourself back. It's very challenging. Good. Well done. Seat yourself. Now take the arm just a little bit wider so you get a little bit more of a stretch through the chest. Just allow yourself to release. Roll yourself up, and just before we go down onto for the abdominals, just swing the arms out if they feel a little bit tight. If the neck feels a little bit tight, just take it from side to side. Okay, we're now actually going to take our feet forward. So just bring your feet further forward. Okay, now feet are firmly on the floor. You're going to roll yourself down. Now don't worry too much about where these hands are. You can place them on the thighs, across the shoulders, around the head. So you just find a place that's comfortable for you. All right, now just take a couple of breaths in, a couple of breaths out. And all we're going to do after the count of 4, we're going to do a 4 count sit-up. So it's quite slow. Are you ready? Here we go, 4 counts. Coming up, 1, 2, and then back down. Now again, really feel on the way up as though it's the chest that's going to come up and the head's actually going to follow. All right, and the reason we're breathing out is to get rid of the air so that we can fully contract through those abdominals. And back down. Good. Take your time. Remember, try and finish those counts if you can. And back down. All right, remember the breath. Remember that drawing in of those abdominals. And back down. Let's just go 4 more like that, all the way up. You all right, Zoe? And down.
Yes, thanks, Nikki.
Last 3, on the way up. And down. Hang in now. No, it can feel quite intense. Last 2 to go. Okay, if you feel that stomach protruding out, remember, keep trying to draw that in towards you. Last 1. And back down. All right, let's just take a little bit of a break. So bring your knees in, take your hands around. Again, if your neck feels a little bit tight, just take the head from side to side. All right, now we're really going to challenge those abdominals now. So we're going to interlink the fingers, place them behind your head. You're going to lift your head, then your shoulders, and you're going to extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Now again, if your thighs feel a little bit tight, just bend the knees. I want you to really focus on pushing the spine down as if it was super glued to the floor. Okay, and that belly button's coming in. We're just going to slightly scissor the legs. So one comes slightly further forward of the other. And all we're going to do, the upper body stays exactly the same, and we're going to start to move from the feet. Good, all the way. Now again, you're going to feel those abdominals pulling in. Try and keep the back down. I know it's quite tough. Now remember, just do what you can. Just do what you can. Keep breathing. If you feel your shoulders dropping, again, just replace your hands and just lift yourself up. Try and really feel as though you're resting your head rather than pulling the head forward. Breathe. All right, now, I know these are challenging, but again, you're going to see those results, so hang in there if you can. Hang in there if you can. Oh, and good job. Knees come in, sit yourself back down.
Right, well, this is the final part of the workout, and I think by now we all deserve a little bit of rest and relaxation. So we're going to use some lovely yoga moves to stretch your body and chill out your mind.
You just want to sit yourself in simple cross leg. You can either have right leg in front or left leg. It's just a little bit more comfortable. So it's got left and I've got right.